What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the twisty coverage of my in-game Big Bash on Cricket 19. Of course, I'm playing as the Melbourne Stars, if you hadn't picked up on that. Throughout the series so far, this is round 7. So this is the last team, I think it's round 7 anyways. The last team that we haven't faced yet is the Hobart Hurricanes. They're sitting in 5th position on 3-3 on the ladder. The Stars, on the other hand, sitting right atop the table. Their only loss coming to the Renegades in that first round, and we can go one game clear on top with a win over the Hurricanes today. Looks like Riley Meredith has the new ball. It'll be Ben Dung facing up to him to begin proceedings here at the MCG. I forgot who won the toss. I think we won the toss and wanted to bat first. I'm assuming that's what happened. Let's see how we go. All right, Ben Dung tucks that away for a single to begin. And he's off the mark. Now, I hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far. I'd like to think it's reasonably good. Oh, big shout. And given. So, I just wanted to make a spiel, and we've lost a wicket straight away. Go upstairs. I reckon that was probably hitting him outside the line here, Marcus Stoinis. I don't know about you there. Let's have a look on the Big Eye replay. Impact umpire's call. So, still would have remained out. Good decision to, I guess, not review there. But it wouldn't have mattered because you would have kept the review anyway. So it would have been a good decision to review. Anyway, back in the middle, of course. 50-50 decisions going out the way of the Hurricanes so far. So they start off the game with an early wicket. The Stars trying to recuperate after that early loss. Want to build a partnership. I hope you guys... Oh, that's the microwave in the background. I wonder if you can hear that. It's bloody 4 rooms away. But I hope you've been enjoying this series so far. Towards the back end of the tournament, maybe the last like 2 or 3 games, and then if there are any finals, which if we're on top of the tables right now, it looks like there might be some finals, I might transition from commentating over the top of them like this to actually commentating them while I'm playing them to make it a little bit more exciting, because sometimes it's really, really exciting when it's all in the moment and everything. Which is what I like to do sometimes with a lot of my stuff. But I played these games a couple of weeks ago now, so I don't even know what happens here. So what are we at? The Stars 1 for 28. Pulls it away, dunk, and it's out. So a good catch taken there at square leg. The Stars lose wicket number 2. And the Hurricanes get their second little breakthrough. Get rid of the other opener in Ben Dunk, who's looking probably the better of the 2 at the crease. What was he on? 24 there. So he made 24 of the 28 runs for the Stars. It brings Maxwell out to the middle. Wonder what's going to be a par score here today. Obviously, we haven't seen too many massive, too many big or massive scores whatsoever, especially in games involving the Melbourne Stars. That one, a close run out. I think maybe the biggest score we ended up getting was about a 150 odd, or we chased down 150, something like that. But nothing really that's gone the distance. To a really big, high 100 and sort of a 170, 180 score. So, expect it to be relatively low scoring again today. That one just chips right back to the bowler. And the catch is taken. So, another wicket for the Hurricanes. This time it's Summers who gets it. Maddinson goes for 7. And the Stars 3 for 40. So again, they'll go into a little bit of a rebuilding phase of building up a new partnership at the end of the power play right now. So the field should be spread a bit more. There should be a few more opportunities to hit singles. That pulled away by Maxwell, who's come to the crease and looked pretty good since doing so. What's he on now? 16 from 13. Glenn Maxwell. They only pick up 1 then. That's strange. He must have been pretty slow to get off the mark there. But they pick up a couple more here. 50, or the 60 now up for the Melbourne Stars. Inside 10 overs. Big top edge by Maxwell. That's 4 runs. He moves to 25 from 18. Starting to look pretty good out there in the middle. Now the top scorer for the Stars in this matchup. Not sure who the top scorer for the Stars in the tournament is. Just having a look at the leading run scorers, and there's no Melbourne Stars player to be seen. Oh, big top edge again from Anscombe. In the top 8 run scorers, there is no Melbourne Stars player to be seen. And I think that's due to the fact their bowling has been so good. When they've bowled well, oh, bang, that is huge. That is all the way for 6. Off the free hit, so handy for Hanscom. But yeah, as I was saying, obviously the Stars have been involved in a lot of low-scoring affairs, and it probably contributes to the fact that You know, they haven't had too many high-scoring players. I think there has been a much more even spread of runs as Hanscom smashes that down the ground as well for another boundary. That one, a beautiful drive for 4. That's a 50 partnership up between these two. Who have probably been the two most consistent batsmen for the Melbourne Stars, Maxwell and Hanscom. This one in the air and taken. So that partnership now coming to a close. Hanscom, goes for 31, trying to get that over the top of the covers. And he ends up seeing himself out here. Seeing himself out with a good catch by Jimmy Faulkner over there, the finisher. Stars 4 for 93. But what that partnership between Maxwell and Hanscom has been able to do is it's given the Stars a little bit of a buffer in the run rate. They're almost bringing up the 100. What are they on? 4 for 99. Now the 100 is up 112 actually from 14 overs and a run rate of 8. So they're on track for a 160 score plus. They go at 10 and over here, which generally you will see in the last 5-6 overs from sides, especially with wickets in hand. They're 4 down, so there might be a few more hitters in the shed. Stars could end up with a sort of 170 score here, and I think that might be what they're aiming for as Maxwell once again goes to the onside. And Joffre has just absolutely out of energy, lets it go past him to the rope. And now he's back into bowl as Seb Gotch just hits it straight to the deep mid-on. So the Stars, those final 5 overs, they begin them by losing a wicket. Joffre, I guess, kind of redeems himself for that poor fielding effort moments ago. But this one just in the air and a good take in the end. Who was that down there? Gee, made it hard for himself, did Ahmed. Just sort of leaning back as he took the catch rather than taking it from front on. So Maxwell's brought up his half century. Hilton Cartwright now at the other end, trying to get some runs on the board. That's an inside-out splicer over third man. That'll be 4 runs. And the Stars now with another massive shot from Cartwright. Oh, bang. This is on track for a real big score now. They could get 190, even 200. Especially the way that they're going. A no ball here. We'll see a free hit. And Hilton Cartwright has come to the crease. Oh, run out chance. It is out with a direct hit. So Maxwell out for 50. Certainly not what you need, especially off a no ball. With a free hit coming up. Anyway, Hilton Cartwright's going to take this free hit. But a big no ball there. Maxwell goes for 50. Summers getting the run out there. 6 for 146. The Stars. Here's the free hit. And chopped away by Cartwright. Down the third man again. And the 150 is up for the Stars with just over 3 overs left. This one in the air. And it's been dropped. So Cartwright gets a life. Oh dear, mid-wicket was sitting under it for a long time. It's probably the easiest of all the chances they've had, and it's the one that wasn't taken. As Coulter hits that in the air towards mid-wicket. They're going to get 2. Good running between wickets here. They're up to 161 with 11 balls remaining. That one down the ground. I don't think it's got the carry, and it's taken. So Coulter goes for 5. Riley Meredith gets another wicket for his efforts with the ball. He's got 2 for 35. He's got 3 balls left. This time Cartwright trying to hit down the ground. Doesn't get a full piece of it, so they'll come back for 2. Zampa under the pump. Would have been run out if it was a direct hit. Might still be run out. But it looks like he's got home. Just sliding the bat on the way through there. Does he get home? Yes, he does. Just by the looks of things there, does get home. So the third umpire says not out. It's Cartwright once again targeting that short boundary down the ground. Again, it's not going to be enough for a 4, and again they pick up 2 more. So 4 deliveries to go. This time it's big. It's absolutely huge. It is, how big is it? 123 metres. From Hilton Cartwright, the big full toss. Just clearing the front leg. The Stars up to 174 and now through mid-wicket for another boundary. Oh dear, this is not good for the Hurricanes. A massive score brewing for the Stars. Still 2 balls to go. That one is going to go the journey as well. All the way down the ground for 6. As Hilton Cartwright moves to 49. What a knock this has been since coming out to the middle. The platform set by Maxwell and Hanscom. And Hilton Cartwright has just absolutely taken it on. And it's going to be a leg bye off the last ball. So he doesn't quite get the half century. But 49 from 24. A cracking little knock. Puts the Stars with a really, really good total here at the end of that first innings. What is it, 185, I think. But if anyone's going to chase it down, it's probably the Hurricanes, especially with Matthew Wade and Darcy Short at the top of the order. Dale Steyn, pretty good so far this series of Big Bash for the Stars. First ball underway, and it's a dot. So, what the Stars can do is they can build a lot of pressure early with some dot balls, especially in this power play. The Hurricanes will probably want to score at least 50 from this power play with a target of 186 on the board. They're lucky there with an inside edge for Darcy Short, but they'll also want to probably get out of the power play reasonably unscathed. They won't want to lose too many more than, I reckon, 2 wickets. Maybe less, maybe 1 wicket would be the ideal for them at, worst case scenario. But best case scenario, they're still in the power play when both these guys are still in, because we know they can have massive partnerships, and we've seen them before in the Big Bash, pull off 150, 160 run partnerships. So we back them in every step of the way. This is a run-out opportunity, but they get home, and they're running really hard between the wickets because they have to. And especially Darcy Short, been on fire early. Already 21 from 10. So he's the one being proactive for the Hurricanes. Matthew Wade at the other end. A leading edge that just absolutely squares him up. And it is going to squirt just to the boundary. So the run rate, they're going okay for it so far. It'll be that back end of the innings. It'll be the struggle. A little nick this time from Wade. The very next ball. And he's going to go. So the first wicket, Matthew Wade goes pretty early. 10 from 11 balls. Wasn't quite as aggressive or effective as we've seen in the past. Hanscom taking the catch. Nice ball there from Nathan Coulter-Nile to dismiss him. And the Stars get the first breakthrough. 1 for 31, the Hurricanes, after just 3 overs. 3 and a bit overs. Meanwhile, back in the middle, Darcy Short continuing to go about his business the way he has all morning. He's batting at a strike rate of just over 200 right now. That was a cracking shot down the ground. Absolutely beautifully struck. And we were saying that the Hurricanes obviously wanted to target maybe a 50 score in the power play. That would have been the minimum they'd be looking for. They're on 48 with 3 balls to spare in the power play. And there we go. They pull up that 50. Darcy Short very effective in it. And 52 from the power play. Darcy Short 37 from 20 so far. He's been the absolute contributing factor to why the Hurricanes are so close, especially at the start of this chase. Without him, they would be struggling. And if he's there at the end, they win the game. Another boundary for Darcy Short. And again, this time finding that gap in between cover and cover point. It's a tight 2. And a direct hit. Oh, this is going to be close. Umpire nodding his head. Direct hits are closer than you think. Oh, I think this is out. Let's have a look on the slow-mo. Oh, yes. Well and truly short of his ground there. Least by a foot, I reckon. Third umpire says out. Caleb Jewell for the Canes is going to go for 6. So it's 2 for 58. The Cane train. And now Darcy Short. Nicking and gone. Maxwell with a ripping catch. That's sort of a gully or a gully point region. Is gully point a real thing? I feel like it is a real position. This is probably more of a backward point there for Glenn Maxwell to take that catch. But they get rid of the dangerous Darcy Short. Out for 42. 3 for 59. Big shout here again by the Stars. George Bailey going to pick up a couple of runs. A couple of leg byes. I wonder if they'll review this one, the Melbourne Stars. It looked close No review. Now this time, oh, gee, that's a drop chance from Nick Maddinson. Could have had George Bailey. Could have had the Canes 4 down. And that required run rate also continuing to creep up. It's getting closer and closer to that 12 and over mark, which would really make things difficult for the Canes. Oh, another drop chance by Hanscom, and now Bailey pulls it through mid-wicket. Again, not quite getting it to the fielder. Oh, run-out chance. Is this out? Ben McDermott ran hard, but I think he's out. He's given. So another wicket for the Melbourne Stars. This time not off a direct hit, but just too far back to be running 2 there. Ben McDermott goes for 4. And now a lot of pressure on George Bailey and James Faulkner. They need 116 from 63. It's a huge ask, and oh, what a delivery from Zampa. A massive wrong, and have a look at this turn. Bailey goes to sweep, and it's the leg stump that ends up getting knocked out of the ground. Have a look at that. Bang. Beautiful bit of work. So unfortunately for George Bailey, he's going to have to depart. Adam Zampa gets that wicket. He's out for 13 runs. James Faulkner now out in the middle. Oh, actually, he was already in the middle. Jofra Archer's now out in the middle. But the Stars, oh, beautiful delivery there. Clean bowls, Faulkner. They're making light work of the Hurricanes now. Have a look at that beauty of a ball. Fantastic stuff from Stain. Takes him, I think, to the leading wicket taker column. Oh, that one, next ball, is perfect as well. So that is 2 wickets in 2 balls. Stain sending the stumps absolutely crashing again. And now he's on a hat-trick. So, I don't know how to say this. Qais Ahmed, or Case Ahmed, coming to the middle. Dale Steyn on a hat-trick, steaming in. He's 2 for 22. And more importantly, he's bowled his opponent twice in 2 deliveries. Hat-trick ball. Oh, and he keeps it out. Manages to keep it out there. Does Ahmed. Steyn doesn't quite get the hat-trick. And the Canes are now 7 for 139. A late shout from Sandeep Lamashane, and it's a wicket. It's been given. Don't think he realised it just struck him on the pads until late. That the decision is out. The review is not happening. The Canes 8 for 139. And with 3 balls remaining, Stoinis is going to close this game out by bowling a couple of reasonably just chill deliveries. Oh, there's a run-out chance here. It should be out. It is out. No idea. The running between the wickets there. Man, it's just unnecessary at this point. I suppose you can try and get your net run rate up as much as you can, but he's not even in the frame when Hanscom really gets the ball and whips the bails off moments later. So Riley Meredith, the last man in. Can he score some late runs? He's going to get a 4 here. And the Hurricanes have still managed to get 150. So that's not a bad effort here, especially against the Stars, who haven't allowed too many runs to be scored. Stoinis throws the stumps down again, but a single, they get through. The Stars win by 31 runs. Hilton Cartwright, the player of the match for his 49 from 24. It was a really, really strong knock towards the back end of the Stars innings. It just pushed them from getting a 160 score to a 185, which in the end proved to be too much pressure for the Hurricanes to handle. Jofra Archer wasn't too bad there, though. He scored a 34 not out from 29 balls. Spent the most time at the crease for the Hurricanes. And Darcy Short, of course, starting us off well. Starting off the Canes well. But here's some of the Hilton Cartwright sixes as he was the player of the game. The Melbourne Stars to the top of the table at the halfway point of this Big Bash competition. They'll take on the Renegades in round 8 in what is sure to be a great return clash. The only side to beat them so far, the Renegades. So we'll see how that all plays out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.